Hey everyone, stick with us versus herd. If it's your first time here, like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications from when we go live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before market open. Tap the bell. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. If you're here right now, say what up. We currently have the S&Ps down 14, Dow's down 63, NASDAQ down 40. So kind of a rather flat day right now. What's going on? Faisal, Jeff, Caro, Marcelo, Rodney, Jim, Victor? What is going on? We got the fresh fade. How we doing? How's everyone's week? I did take yesterday off. I was off trading yesterday. Kind of took an extended weekend. John, Paul, good morning. And YouTube changed their setups here, so I'm getting used to the new screen. So kind of getting into things this morning. You know, kind of the market's a little bit. I mean, it's down, but it's basically, I would say, unchanged. We have obviously Apple leading the way. Apple's up about $1. Stocks like Microsoft down right now. Microsoft's down about $4 from yesterday, $3.50. Who's ready for ATVI earnings? I'm ready. Still caught that Roku play too. Yeah, I'm currently in Roku, so kind of go over my positions real quick, give you an update kind of where I'm at right now. So I'm in Beyond, Roku, and Uber. Now, Beyond, this is a bad market at close because the bid ask is a little bit too wide. I'm actually up probably about $100 to $200 on this position, maybe more, maybe $300, but definitely not down $680 on this. My max loss is only $430, so $680 definitely not. But so I'm in a credit put spread. I was pretty much trading the run up for Beyond Meat. I'm short the 140 calls and I'm long the 139. I'm short the 140 puts, long the 139 puts. So I have dollar wide. So, that gets a little bit rocky. Beyond, obviously, they had a really great day yesterday. So I was up a little bit on that at close. I was also up, as you can see, I'm up on Roku. I bought the 155 call yesterday just to kind of have a little bit of a run up. And I also am long Uber as well, just trading the run up there, which I was up a little bit yesterday as well. So that's kind of where I'm at right now with things. Don't really have a whole lot going on since I wasn't trading yesterday, just really taking it easy. But yeah, I'm also in Roku. So kind of going through things. Today we kind of have a pretty busy day in terms of earnings. If you want it to be, you don't have to allow it to be. Right now the market is a little bit down, but we have Disney, Beyond Meat, Activision, Nikola, Twilio, Win. So those are all pretty big. Also tomorrow, Teva's a pretty good one as well. Moderna. Yo, Jack, how we doing? What's going on? If you guys could do me the favor, hit the like button. Definitely appreciate it. So we have some really good earnings. I definitely want to get rid of my position today before earnings. I'm not looking to hold my position in Beyond Meat into earnings, but ATVI definitely interesting. I was looking to sell some premium in there yesterday as well, but it just kind of got away from me by the time I figured out. I was thinking like maybe I should buy. I was thinking about buying the dip. I'm like, well, I wasn't really engaged yesterday. If it dropped from 85 or what was it? Yeah, 80, almost 85, all the way down to 83. I was thinking about buying it down here, and of course it ramps up. It did hit 89 after hours yesterday, but I mean, I guess you guys can kind of see the theme. Like stocks are running super heavy pre-earnings. I mean, look at what happened to Chegg, right? Chegg yesterday, or for the last couple of days, Chegg ran heavy pre-earnings. Released earnings currently flat. It's down 23 cents, right? So I've been trading, my strategy right now is mostly trying to focus on the pre-earning runners. And that's why I'm in Beyond. That's why I'm in Roku. That's why I'm in Uber. Uber and Beyond I got in last Friday. So I've been holding them for a few days. Uber, I bought down in here and it just ramped up. Obviously yesterday had a great day. Something about I don't know what happened yesterday afternoon, but it was consolidating and then it just ramped up. Like I wasn't even watching. Also, yeah, Daniel, if you're not like engaged, like if you don't want to be at your desk or at the screen or however you trade, selling put spreads or call spreads, and whichever way you think the stock is going to go, definitely way easier. Even though the money is a lot slower to come in, but it is pretty consistent. So. But yeah, that's what I did. ATVI is rumored to release Overwatch 2. I don't know if you saw, but ATVI had a hit piece come out yesterday regarding employees saying that they're paid unfair wages, or some people are paid unfair wages where some people are only earning over $100,000 and some people are not. And I don't know. But apparently the stock market doesn't really care because ATVI is what pushed up really nice after hours yesterday. The one thing that I will say, this is actually 105% implied volatility, I think is really high for ATVI. ATVI doesn't actually ever go that high usually, but now that it's kind of blasted off here, it had a nice consolidation and then it's pushing up. Blink getting back some losses. Any opinion on the EV sector, Nick? Which names preferred? To be honest with you, Hank, I really haven't been tracking the EV market all that much. I know that's bad. I pretty much focus on Tesla. The reason why is I don't really trust any of the names outside of Tesla. NKLA had the Robinhood pump with the 93 back down to 30. Now it's pumping again. We'll see today. What the earnings. I'm really interested in see what the earnings is going to do to this stock. I'm not going to trade it because implied volatility 224. It looks good, but this stock easily can rip your face off easily. Unless I go in with something super low risk or something. I don't know. I don't know. I'll look into it today. Unless I can get something super low risk on NKLA selling some premium, I'm probably not going to be trading it. But maybe I will. We'll see. It's just. I don't even know how to value it. Same thing with Tesla. You don't know how to value it when you just trade the ranges right now. But now this chart's looking a little bit more consistent. It's having nice wide ranges if you're looking at Tesla, but Tesla's obviously the leader. NIO, NIO. Yeah, I would trade NIO over NKLA. I like them better than anything else. I agree. Yeah, Workhorse, this is pumping. It had a nice consolidations pushing up. Nothing to not like about Workhorse here. The only thing is that obviously with the amount of movement, you're paying a lot for premium. For me, I probably would just buy 100 shares or something like that. When it comes stocks like Workhorse and BLNK, and I think the easier option, you may not make as much money, but I think the easier and the safest option is just to trade shares. If you want, just buy 100 shares at a time, because you're battling a lot of things here. You're battling a high implied volatility here. If you're just buying premium, now if you're shorting call put spreads, then you're probably making some bags, but this is definitely tough. If you're buying premium here, any consolidation days, any days that a stock like this has consolidations, you're immediately cut in half. So if you don't know how to price options, if you don't know how to price premium, you're better off just buying shares on stocks like this. Microsoft, John. Yeah, Microsoft's hitting some tops here, because if you look here, I mean, it's selling off a little bit. I don't know what it's going to do today. I think today, whatever happens today is pretty important, because it topped out here. Last time it topped out almost exactly like 217 area. This thing sold off back down to 200, popped back up, came to 214, came back to 200. Is it going to come back to 200 now? Is it just going to be some chop? I don't know. I mean, they're looking to buy TikTok. Obviously, there's other bidders, but I mean, the TikTok thing is not like a straightforward acquisition. You got other countries involved. Then you have our buddy Trump. He's saying that they should pay money to the Treasury for facilitating TikTok deal, which I don't even know if they could really do that, because I mean, are they like holding the deal for ransom, saying, hey, if you don't buy it, we're going to shut it down. I mean, if you don't pay us, we're going to shut it down. And if you don't buy it, we're going to shut it down. And I don't really understand how. I mean, maybe I'm just not that smart. Maybe let me know. But like I don't know how the government can ransom a corporate deal and try to get. I don't understand how that works. I've never heard of that before. I don't think the government's ever done that. I don't know. Maybe I just got to do a little bit more research on it. Let me know. But buy 100 shares, sell cover calls. I did that. I did that on PBI yesterday. I bought 200 shares, sold 2 calls. Gunther. So I don't know. Let me know, guys. What do you guys think about? I mean, what do you guys think about the government taking a piece of the deal? Because then the government, I mean, not the government, but whoever buys this is going to have to pay a premium on top of the premium they were already pay. I mean, TikTok right now is sought after. Like it's a TikTok is a big deal. Now it doesn't make any money right now, but doesn't mean it can't make any money in the future. Like Instagram didn't make any money when Facebook bought it. Now it makes bags, right? YouTube didn't make any money. Now it makes bags. So I mean, TikTok would be investment for the future. Now I don't know, in terms of Microsoft, I don't know what they would do with it, because it kind of strays away from their corporate mission, but maybe it'll be good for a little bit of diversification for them. Maybe get rid of some cash, create a safe place to invest, maybe have that maintain. Maybe TikTok maintains their own CEO, their own leadership. They do what they're good at, because honestly, Microsoft's not. I mean, they produce Bing. They're not good at social media. What's Microsoft good at? Corporate applications, Office 365, Exchange, Microsoft Teams, that kind of stuff. Corporate communication, corporate tools. TikTok, I don't know. Yo, Manny, what's going on? Yeah, Zune. I mean, outside of Windows and Office, I mean, their failures are rather high, if Twitter bought TikTok, or Snapchat bought TikTok, or Facebook bought TikTok, I'd be like, okay, well. But then, like Google, Google had Google Wave. They had Google, I don't know, Okra, Brazilian thing. I don't know. They have, Google as well failed at social media. I mean, social media is very, very, it's very, very tough. TikTok is the next conference platform. The login code is dabbing. Google Plus. I mean, the list goes on, guys. The list goes on. I mean, there's a lot of skeletons in their closet now. I mean, maybe Microsoft just shut down Mixer, their streaming platform. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I'm not too. If anyone's gonna take TikTok, honestly, I don't think. But maybe Microsoft will surprise. And we don't actually know what the other names are that are trying to get that company. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Zune is basically profanity at this point. I mean, the fact that we're old enough to know what a Zune is troubling. For a lot of people. Like, a lot of people are like, what is he talking about? What is a Zune? I was born in 1995. I don't know what a Zune is. I was born in 2000. Don't know what 2005. I was born in 2005. I mean, and if you were born, that's the crazy thing. If you were born in 2005, you're 15 years old right now. You're about ready to drive. I mean, it's crazy. Maybe they want it because it's already built, harder to mess up. Yeah, I mean, if it has its own infrastructure, its own team, maybe they'll keep it the same and it'll be able to do what it needs to do, right? I mean, I guess it depends on how you define success for TikTok, right? So do you define, Wall Street defines success by number of active users, doesn't actually define success by how many dollars it makes. Like, that's why Snapchat is successful. That's why Facebook was successful. That's why Instagram was successful. It's like, how many daily active users do you have and is it growing? That's pretty much it. Microsoft has strong ties with China. I mean, maybe they make it where I don't understand the U.S. Treasury is going to get a cut of the deal. Like, you get a cut for not shutting it down. I don't understand. That's like pirating. That's like, I don't know. I don't understand it. I mean, it's not a political opinion or anything. I just don't understand how that deal is facilitated and why it should be allowed. I mean, government should stay out of business. I mean, that's the way I feel it should be. I mean, government is its own entity. Government should stay out of business. But yeah, SLV. Who brought up SLV? Who brought it up? I don't know. Victor brought up SLV. Sorry, got lost in the chat there for a second. SLV. Yeah, I mean, it looks like SLV's having some really nice consolidation in the 22 area. A lot of chop. What's the catalyst to push it higher? I don't know. But right now, it looks like it's consolidating here. We'll see what happens. I mean, for me, if I was going to trade this, let's see. Did we get some premium crush here? Let's see. Did we get some premium crush on the month? Let me check the September's here. Let me check the 22 calls. Check the 22 calls for September. The 22 calls for September are actually holding up rather well, despite the chop. I mean, you're fluctuating between $1.75 and $1.95. I mean, it doesn't look. I mean, once you see, like, for me, if you see option pricing stabilizing like this, usually bullish, in my opinion. How high is OSTK going? I don't know. Did they say they're getting involved in crypto again? That's what happened last time. Didn't they want to be called like Overstock Crypto? I don't even remember. Remember that? Yeah, I have no idea why the stock is doing what it's doing. Yo, James, what's going on, man? Nothing for sure until everything's written on paper. Other than that, just talk. For your thoughts on gold and Apple, gold right now is tapping the 2000. Did cross over 2000. It definitely looks bullish, but I mean, there is a chance of pullback down to like the 1900 and 1950 area as well. I mean, we're having some chop right now, but I definitely think that if it can't push 2000, I definitely think it'll probably try to target this 1950 or 1900 area. And then people will try to pile in again. I don't think gold is done, but I think that this move was so massive it needs time to digest. I mean, like if you look at the characteristics of gold, what's the characteristics of gold? Like this huge move from 1570 area up to 1780. So this 200-point move right in here, it consolidated for almost 3 months, like 2.5 months of consolidation, and then we grinded higher. And then we had a little bit of consolidation in here between 1750 and 1800, consolidated for basically a month, and then we ramped up super high. So the question is, if it's in its characteristic and its personality, ramp, settle, it ramped here, so it leads me to believe that we're going to settle in here a little bit before the next leg up. Could be wrong, though. Not investment advice. But that's just the way that I see it. For entertainment purposes only, Don't trade on this. This is not investment advice. I am not a broker. Blah, blah, blah. Apple. I mean, Apple's just going to do what it's going to do. People are buying into the stock split because they're like, oh, I want to get in before the stock split, which, I mean, it definitely makes sense, because if you buy one share now, you have 4 shares later, or wait for the stock split, buy 4 shares. But people get a lot of FOMO, right? People are like, oh, it's never going to be this price again. I'm not going to get such a good deal. I mean, you're buying Apple at all-time highs in a pandemic. I mean, ride the wave, but I mean, I guarantee there's going to be another deal on Apple again. I guarantee there'll be a better deal on Apple again. Again, not investment advice. Like, if they didn't, if Apple didn't report the stock split, it would not be running. So if you look at the fundamentals and what their earnings reported on, sure they did well, but is it worth 10 to 15% price increase of their stock? I mean, I don't think so. But doesn't matter what I think, only matters what the price is, right? So that's what, I can sit on here all day and say, hey, this company's amazing or this company's trash, and at the end of the day, the price does what it's going to do, and we have to react to that. I mean, nothing in the market has ever gone like as expected. I mean, it's just crazy. Shorting NKLA, plenty of longs and bulls still trap. I mean, yeah. I mean, the thing with NKLA, we were talking about it earlier. I mean, I have no idea what this stock does, what will do for earnings. They don't have a product yet to market. They're ramping things up. They don't have anything. I don't even know. Do they even have any employees? Do they have any? I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, they don't really have any information, because they don't have anything, so they have no data. so it's tough to understand what NKL is going to trade at. Now, I might try to do some low risk play on it. Honestly, any trade that you do for NKLA for earnings is a huge gamble. Huge gamble. Like, I don't even know. I mean, this could rip up. Like, they could say, hey, we're launching next week and it ramps up to 60, or I mean, it goes back down to Pennyland. I have no idea. Like, I literally have no idea. I don't think anybody does. That's why it went from 30 or 10 to 90 down to 30 again, But yeah, a lot of people are trapped, which means some people, like, what happens to a stock like this? People bought into the strength, right? And it came down to 60, and they're like, oh, it'll go back up, and it starts to go back up, and then it sells off hard, right? And then what the mentality at that point for the person is like, hey, I just want to break even. I just want my money back. This was a huge mistake. I just want my money back. It doesn't care. They don't care what the stock is worth at that point. They don't care what the stock is going to do in the future. They just want their money back. They just want their hard-earned money back. So what happens is these pops, they get sold. Like, look what happened. Sold off. Pops got sold. This pop sold off. This pop, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, earnings is the catalyst, so we'll see what happens. But there's a lot of trapped buyers up in here. I mean, poor souls. I mean, if you don't know what you're doing, I mean, this is the thing with Robinhood, right? Like, it shows up as a popular stock, top movers, right? And people don't care. Like, Robinhood users don't care what that company actually does. They just care that it's a top mover and they buy. That's it. It's in the top mover section of Robinhood. They don't care, so they buy. That's it. So, I mean, Godspeed, but but just to be that being said, a lot of trap buyers here, which means pops will probably be sold off. Yeah, I don't even, Hank. I don't know. I mean, I'm leaning towards selling some call spreads. Like, if I'm gonna trade this, like if I'm gonna trade NKLA today, I mean, maybe I'll just, was that now 38? Yeah, I don't know what the volume is coming in at. Maybe I'll go, maybe I'll just go like a 1 standard deviation call spread. You know, cost me $25, max profit 75, and if it doesn't work out, I lose $25. You know, maybe something like this. That's 1 standard deviation. Maybe not 1 standard deviation. Maybe stay within the expected moves. Something like this. 29, 30 area, somewhere around here. Be playing with it. You know, you gotta. I don't know. I don't actually know because the bid ask wise 40 cents. I don't know what's gonna open up at. So we'll see. But basically, don't trade NKLA if you don't. If you want to gamble, hey, that's it. That's the one for you. That's the one. But I mean, we got other ones like Disney. I don't think Disney is going to be going anywhere. Activision is probably the safest bet. Beyond, honestly, kind of a gamble. Beyond Meat, they have resistance at the 140s. So Beyond Meat's up a little bit after hours. I mean, it's up $4, pretty nice. But they do have some resistance here. This is previous resistance. It had hard trouble, but it did get above. So we'll see if it can cut through 140 again here. Casino stock. Thanks for joining us, Derek. Derek's got a different profile picture every time he comments. Sometimes it's blue, sometimes it's his face. But yeah, I mean, who's ready to make some money here? Yo, Joe. Welcome back, my friend. Glad to see you here. I'm a diva. Woo. But yeah, Disney, kind of talking about earnings. Disney doesn't look that interesting to me. I mean, this could go either way. I'm thinking mostly flat, but premium is not coming in that rich. So there's a lot of opportunity today. We just can't screw it up. We can't screw it up today. My first day trading back. Just got off work. Can I check on you all out? Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. It's my first day trading this week, so I'm just getting back into it. Let's see what happens here. I got to order in. I don't know if it's going to fill. I got to order in for Beyond. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Sony, SNE. Yeah, they had earnings. I don't really trade Sony because I don't typically trade ADRs, but I mean, what's their liquidity like? Yeah, they don't have any volume. Yeah, I typically trade, like, if you want to buy stock, but trading options on this is probably a nightmare. I mean, open interest for this week is, I mean, it's bad. It's bad. I mean, the 83s and where was it? It closed at 81. At the money yesterday was only 303 open interest yesterday. I don't like talking about these kind of stocks that people try to trade it. So ADR, there's ADRs for like GSK, Sony, Adidas. Those are ADRs because it's an instrument that they created because it's not actually because it's not an American stock. But look it up. You can see SNE. You can see Sony Corp ADR, right? So it's an ADR. It's not an actual stock. It's an ADR. So it is Sony. It's based on Sony, but it's not like the actual. It's not like you're buying actual shares in the company. Yeah, Nvidia, man, Nvidia ran hot. It's crazy to me to think that Friday was a huge dip buying opportunity because this was a great deal on Nvidia on Friday. I just wasn't sure. I mean, I trade Nvidia a lot. I just wasn't sure if it was like, okay, because the day before it ramped up hot. We made some money. The next day we had Chop City between 418 and 425. But now it's consolidated. But the moves up and down were pretty violent that day. I mean, we had a huge rip up, down, rip up. And I was thinking about putting a long position on over the weekend, but I was a little scared. Definitely wish I did. I definitely wish I did. So we'll see what happens here. Let me try to get out of Uber here. Let me see if I can get this price here. This will be good. If we can get out. Let's try. Let's try to get out of Uber. See if I can get. I don't think so. Uber's looking nice. All right, not yet. Not yet. All right, so no getting out of Uber yet. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But Uber popped up nice. Beyond. Oh, I should probably sell Roku. Hold on. Hold on. All right. Okay. We locked in. Locked in 415 in gains on Roku. I have some winners here. I'm going to try to see what the option price is. So this was just a naked call. Roku. I bought yesterday. I know I didn't trade yesterday, but I just bought one. I bought it for $12.90, sold it for $17.05 today. So I had a nice winner on Roku. A little bit risky, but we had earnings. I'm gonna try to get out of some of these here. If we can sell these pops here. I don't know what the day is gonna bring, honestly, but if today could be $1,000 day, I mean that would be really that would be nice. That'd be nice. First day back trading this week. $1,000 day. Man, Tesla ripping up right now. Apple 439. Let's see what it do. Let's try to get out. So looks like. So like I said, I think. So I have a 41-cent order in for Beyond, and then I have a 48-cent order in for Uber. We'll see what happens. See what happens to the option price when it settles in here a little bit. But we got a little bit of a cushion. We got a little bit of cushion though. Busy morning. Got to get parts for the boat today. Yo, Ariana, hope you have a good time on your boat. That's the dream right there. All right, Nvidia's coming down a little bit. Let's man, Uber is really ramping here. I'm gonna try to sell into this strength here. I mean, this is some really. That's crazy. Man, stocks are moving. Stocks are moving. Yeah, I mean that's why I put the position on. All right, let's just try to lock it in. Let's just try to lock it in. What do you guys think? All right, we locked it in. Okay, so made 380 on Uber. I mean, maybe I should just cut. Maybe cut everything. I'm gonna cut Beyond too. Cut everything. Let's get out of here. All right, we are sorry, guys. All right, the situation. We made 240 on Beyond, 380 on Uber. 415 on Roku. 3 for 3 today. That's what I'm talking about. I can call it quits today. You know, that's what I'm talking about. Pretty good day. All right, cut and run, redeploy, take profits, redeploy capital. That's what I like to see. That is what I like to see. So let's see what's going on right now, man. Uber really popped that. You know, I love, like, one of the things that I love when I trade is selling these types of moves. Do you ever call your options in here? What do you mean, Joe? Like call my options? I mean, I went over my trades earlier, like right after you purchase. So I typically will do that in the Discord because I'm not live all day. So if I make a purchase, I also have an area. So here's the deal, okay? So I have a place called Nick's Trades in Discord. I used to post play by play, but you know what was happening? What was happening is where people were trying to copy the trades, but they didn't have the experience. They didn't have the experience that they needed to pull the trade off, and they would either hold on too long. They would, like, the thing is, Joe, people have different ideas when it comes to trading, and for me, I try to stay very disciplined. I mean, even though look like today, Uber is running, right? I sold like that. I didn't even think about it. I said, "Oh, look at this major pop. I'm selling." Right? Now that's me. Some people are like, "Oh, I'm going to milk this thing till I can't milk it anymore." And then they end up losing and they're like, "Oh yeah, copied Nick's trades. I lost," you know? And I just don't know a good balance. Like, I try to post what I do to be accountable, and obviously I show you guys what I do on the live stream. I also show on my nightly videos, right? I show my nightly videos as well. But some people have a different idea of what trading is. Like, for me, trading is a business. I try to stay very consistent with my day trades. I try to stay very consistent with my premium selling, and obviously I'm going to be losing some opportunities. I'm going to be leaving money on the table. Like, it's the stock market. You can't capture all the opportunity. You don't have enough money, you don't have enough eyeballs, and you don't have enough time. Okay? Unless you develop some AI and you have $1 trillion account. It's not going to happen. So if you know you can't capture every opportunity, just try to stay consistent. Try to stay consistent in how much money you make per trade. Keep the percentages in line. I mean, that's why I have right here. I don't really focus on the dollar amount that much. I'm mostly focused on my percentage at open. I mean, this is what I focus on right here. Because if I do a $100 trade or I do a $2,000 trade, I want to know what the percentages I'm making. I don't really care about the dollars because the dollars get distracted. Focus on the percentage because then you can scale up as a trader. People are like, I don't understand how you can trade so big, how you can move up to from $1,000 to a $5,000 trade or whatever the case is. The fact is that the trick is to scaling up is to not focus on the dollar amount, focus on the percentages, and also making sure that you're not over leveraging your account. Right? You don't want to over leverage yourself. So if you know that you're going to be okay, even if that trade goes bad, you're going to be able to trade freely and focus on the percentage. You know, if you're up on a day trade 10, 20, 30%, I start taking that stuff off. Rinse and repeat. That's why I'm still trading and a lot of people are not, because I stay very, in trading, you have to stay extremely disciplined or, I mean, you're not going to make it. I'm sorry. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but you get sloppy, you lose. If you're having a bad day, don't trade. Yo, thanks, Hank. So, I mean, yeah, today, good day in the markets. Definitely could call it quits. I mean, maybe I will. Maybe I'll go do something else. I mean, I made over $1,000. So, yeah, Beyond is tanking. That's why you gotta sell these pops like Beyond. I mean, 140. I know it's 140's resistance. So what happens when it happens to get up here? I thought maybe could gap because the movement last night. I thought Beyond could gap up over 140, but you know, don't trust a hoe. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Beyond is a lot of people's Boeings. Like Beyond Me is a lot of people's Boeings. Like for me, I like to trade Beyond because it respects the ranges. But for a lot of people, it's nothing but disappointment. Like, look at this. It sold off, and then it ramped back up to where it was. And then we had a huge ramp. Like, it's nothing but a disappointment for a lot of people. But for me, I as a support and resistance trader, Beyond Meat makes a lot of sense. Now, the bid and the ask are a little bit wide. You got to make sure you know what you're doing. You don't want to go flying in blind. But if you know what you're doing, Beyond Meat is actually a really great stock to trade for options on. You just got to be able to hold on and understand that you may be in for a little bit of pain. But through the pain, generally is reward if you're long. If you're long. And that Roku pop was pretty crazy. That Roku pop at open. They popped. The market is still down. So I'm looking at this right now. S&P's down 7, Dow's down 55, NASDAQ only down 18. Looks like it wants to ramp, but I don't know. We don't have the market at our back. So this stuff can sell off. I mean, Apple just turned red. So for me, since I'm up decent, I'm going to kind of just be watching, seeing what happens. Amazon is trying to ramp up here. Just take it easy. Take it easy today. First day back, just kind of see if I can do some earnings plays. What's NKLA doing right now? NKLA, gapped up but selling. Disney. Well, I think I have a... Okay. Yeah, I did sell some... let's see how this works here. Okay. So we'll see what happens here. Yeah, NKLA, Twilio, TT. What is it? I thought it was TT. Oh no, I got it right. I got it out. TWLO. TWLO. I got so many tickers in my head that sometimes I forget. Yeah, Twilio's down. So I'm going to be focusing on to see what the moves are, see what's going to maybe there'll be a dip opportunity on Square, trying to find some dips here. Maybe there's going to be another dip opportunity on Uber for later this week. Datadog maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm playing with some ideas. Since I'm totally wiped clean, I got to get some new ideas here and try to figure that out. So I'm going to pop off here. I will be, Joe, join the Discord. I will be in the Discord. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.